You are more than your past. You are more than what others say about you. You are more than your circumstances. Right now in this moment, you have the power to change your story and prove every doubt or wrong. Think about it. Every great person who ever lived faced doubters. Every successful individual had people telling them they couldn't do it. But here's the thing. They didn't listen. They chose to write their own stories. You see, life isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's not about hoping that someone will come along and make everything better. No, life is about taking charge, about deciding that you are the author of your own tale. I want you to understand something crucial. Your potential isn't defined by your background, your education, or your current situation. Your potential is limitless. It's a vast ocean of possibilities waiting for you to dive in and explore. But here's the catch. Potential alone isn't enough. Potential is like a seed. It needs nurturing. It needs your commitment, your dedication, and your unwavering belief in yourself. So many people walk around with greatness inside them, but they never tap into it. Why? Because they've allowed others to write their story for them. They've accepted the limitations others have placed on them. But not you. Not anymore. Today, you're going to start a new chapter. Today, you're going to pick up the pen and start writing your own story. Remember, every single person who has ever achieved something great started exactly where you are right now. They had dreams just like you. They had fears just like you. They had people telling them it couldn't be done just like you. But they made a choice. They chose to believe in themselves when no one else would. They chose to work hard when others were sleeping. They chose to keep going when everyone else had given up. And that's what I'm asking you to do today. Choose yourself. Choose your dreams. Choose to prove them wrong. You see, proving them wrong isn't about revenge. It's not about showing off or making others feel small. It's about living up to your own potential. It's about honoring the gifts you've been given. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. When you change your story, you're not just changing your life. You're changing the lives of everyone around you. You're setting an example. You're showing others what's possible when you refuse to give up on yourself. Think about the people in your life right now. Your family, your friends, your community, they're watching you. And when you rise, you give them permission to rise too. When you succeed, you show them that success is possible for them too. But let me be clear, changing your story isn't easy. It's not for the faint of heart. It requires courage. It demands perseverance. It calls for a level of commitment that most people aren't willing to give. You'll face obstacles. You'll encounter setbacks. There will be days when you want to give up. But those are the days that matter most. Those are the days when you have to dig deep and remember why you started this journey in the first place. You started because you knew deep down that you were capable of more. You started because you were tired of living someone else's version of your life. You started because you knew that inside you there was greatness waiting to be unleashed. So when those tough days come, and they will come, I want you to remember this moment. Remember the fire in your belly right now. Remember the determination you feel coursing through your veins. You see, success isn't about never falling down. It's about how many times you're willing to get back up. It's about dusting yourself off, learning from your mistakes, and pushing forward with even more determination than before. And here's something else. I want you to understand. Your past does not define your future. Your mistakes don't determine your destiny. Your failures are not final. They're lessons. They're stepping stones on your path to greatness. Every successful person you admire has failed. Many of them have failed spectacularly. But they didn't let those failures define them. Instead, they let those failures refine them. They used each setback as fuel to propel them forward. So I want you to embrace your failures, learn from them, grow from them. Let them shape you into the person you need to become to achieve your dreams. And speaking of dreams, let's talk about those for a moment. Your dreams are not too big. Your goals are not unrealistic. The only unrealistic thing is to live a life without dreams, to exist without goals. Your dreams are the compass that will guide you through the storms of life. They're the light that will shine in your darkest moments. They're the voice that will whisper, keep going, when everything else is telling you to quit. But here's the thing about dreams. They require action. They demand movement. You can't just sit back and wait for your dreams to come true. You have to chase them. You have to work for them. You have to fight for them. Every day, you need to take steps towards your dreams. They don't have to be big steps. Sometimes the smallest actions can lead to the biggest breakthroughs. But you have to keep moving forward. Read books that will expand your mind. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and push you to be better. Develop skills that will take you closer to your goals. Every single day, do something that moves you in the direction of your dreams. And as you're taking these steps, as you're changing your story, remember this, you're not alone. Yes, the journey may sometimes feel lonely. Yes, there will be times when it seems like no one understands. But you're part of a long line of dreamers and doers who have faced the same doubts, the same fears, the same challenges. Think about the great men and women throughout history who changed the world. They all started exactly where you are. They all faced critics and naysayers. They all had moments of doubt, but they persevered. They kept going. They changed their stories, and in doing so, they changed the world. You have that same power within you. You have the ability to not just change your own life, but to impact the lives of countless others. Your story has the power to inspire, to motivate, to transform. But it all starts with a decision to no longer accept the story others have written for you, a decision to pick up the pen and start writing your own chapters, a decision to prove them wrong, not through words, but through your actions, through your success, through your life. Now, let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is going to be one of your biggest obstacles on this journey. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of the unknown, fear of what others might think. But here's the truth about fear. It's often a sign that you're moving in the right direction. Fear shows up when you're stepping out of your comfort zone, when you're pushing your boundaries, when you're growing. So don't run from fear. Don't let it paralyze you. Instead, use it as a compass. Let it guide you towards the areas where you need to grow, where you need to improve, where you need to prove yourself. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's being afraid and still taking that step forward. It's trembling but still reaching for your dreams. And as you face your fears, as you step into the unknown, I want you to remember this. You are capable of so much more than you realize. You have strengths you haven't even discovered yet. You have talents that are just waiting to be unleashed. But you'll never discover these strengths. You'll never unleash these talents. If you stay in your comfort zone, growth happens at the edge of your comfort zone. Success lies on the other side of fear. So I challenge you today, do something that scares you. Take a step towards your dreams that makes your heart race. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because on the other side of that fear is where your new story begins. Now, let's talk about perseverance. Changing your story isn't a one-time event. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a process. It's a journey. And like any journey, there will be ups and downs, twists and turns. There will be days when everything seems to be going your way, when you feel unstoppable. Cherish those days. Use them as fuel for the tougher times. But don't expect every day to be like that. There will also be days when nothing seems to go right, when every step forward feels like 2 steps back. These are the days that will test you. These are the days that will shape you. These are the days that will ultimately define your success. On these tough days, I want you to remember why you started. Remember the fire that's burning inside you. Remember the dreams that are driving you forward. And most importantly, remember that tough times don't last, but tough people do. Perseverance is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's what turns potential into reality. It's what transforms ordinary individuals into extraordinary success stories. So when things get tough, and they will get tough, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. Instead, dig deep. Find that inner strength that's been inside you all along. Push through the pain, push through the doubt, push through the fear. Because on the other side of that perseverance is where your new story truly takes shape. It's where you start to see the fruits of your labor. It's where you start to realize that all those people who doubted you were wrong. And speaking of those who doubted you, let's talk about them for a moment. The critics, the naysayers, the people who said you couldn't do it. I want you to thank them. Yes, you heard me right. Thank them. Thank them because they've given you the greatest gift of all, motivation. They've lit a fire under you. They've given you something to prove. Without even realizing it, they become the fuel for your success. You see, when someone tells you that you can't do something, they're not really talking about you. They're talking about themselves. They're projecting their own limitations, their own fears, their own doubts onto you. But here's the beautiful thing. Their limitations are not your limitations. Their fears are not your fears. Their doubts are not your doubts. You get to decide what you're capable of. You get to define your own potential. So use their doubt as motivation. Let their disbelief drive you forward. Prove them wrong, not out of spite, but out of a deep belief in yourself and your ability. And as you're proving them wrong, as you're changing your story, remember this: success leaves clues. Study those who have gone before you. Learn from their mistakes. Emulate their successes. Stand on their shoulders and reach even higher. Read their books. Listen to their speeches. Study their habits. Not to copy them exactly, but to understand the principles behind their success. Then take those principles and apply them to your own unique journey. Because while you can learn from others, your story is uniquely yours. Your path to success will be different from anyone else's. Embrace that uniqueness. Celebrate it. Use it to your advantage. Your unique experiences, your unique perspective, your unique talents, these are your secret weapons. These are the things that will set you apart. These are the things that will make your story worth telling. So don't try to be someone else. Don't try to live someone else's story. Instead, be the best version of yourself. Write a story that only you can write. Create a life that only you can live. And as you're writing this story, as you're creating this life, remember the power of your words. The words you speak to yourself about yourself have immense power. They can lift you up or tear you down. They can propel you forward or hold you back. So choose your words carefully. Speak life into your dreams. Speak success into your future. Even when things look bleak, even when success seems far away, speak as though it's already happened. Speak as though you've already achieved your goals. Because here's the truth. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you consistently feed it positive, empowering thoughts, it starts to believe them. And when your mind believes something is possible, it finds ways to make it happen. So start telling yourself a new story. Start speaking a new reality into existence. Instead of "I can't," say "I can." Instead of "it's too hard," say "I'm up for the challenge." Instead of "I'm not good enough," say "I'm improving every day." These small shifts in your language can lead to massive shifts in your life. They can change your mindset, boost your confidence, and ultimately help you prove all those doubters wrong. Now let's talk about the power of your environment. You've heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. There's a lot of truth to that. Your environment shapes you in ways you might not even realize. So take a look around you. Are you surrounded by people who believe in you? Are you in an environment that nurtures your dreams? Are you exposing yourself to ideas and information that will help you grow? If not, it's time to make some changes. It's time to create an environment that supports your new story. Surround yourself with people who believe in you, even when you're struggling to believe in yourself. Expose yourself to books, podcasts, and seminars that will expand your mind and fuel your growth. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. In fact, you shouldn't do it alone. Find mentors who can guide you. Find peers who can support you. Build a network of people who are on similar journeys, who understand your struggles and celebrate your victories. As these people will become your tribe, they'll pick you up when you fall. They'll push you when you need motivation. They'll celebrate with you when you succeed. And most importantly, they'll remind you of your potential when you forget. But as you're building this supportive environment, don't forget about the most important relationship of all, the relationship with yourself. How you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself, how you care for yourself. These things matter more than you might realize. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you make mistakes. Forgive yourself when you fall short. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. Because here's the truth. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give your best to the world if you're not taking care of yourself. So make self-care a priority. Make time for rest, for reflection, for rejuvenation. It's not selfish. It's necessary. And as you're taking care of yourself, as you're building this supportive environment, as you're changing your story, remember this: success is a journey, not a destination. It's not about reaching some final goal and then stopping. It's about continuous growth, continuous improvement, continuous evolution. But don't get too caught up in the end result. Don't become so focused on proving them wrong that you forget to enjoy the journey. Because the journey is where the real magic happens. It's where you learn, where you grow, where you become the person capable of achieving your dreams. Embrace the journey. Embrace the struggles, the setbacks, the moments of doubt. Embrace the victories, the breakthroughs, the moments of triumph. They're all part of your story. They're all shaping you into the person you're meant to become. And speaking of becoming, let's talk about transformation. Changing your story isn't just about changing your circumstances. It's about changing yourself. It's about becoming the kind of person who is capable of achieving your dreams. This transformation won't happen overnight. It's a process. It's a series of small decisions, small actions, small changes that add up over time. It's about developing new habits, new mindsets, new skills. So focus on progress, not perfection. Celebrate the small wins. Acknowledge the small improvements. They might seem insignificant in the moment, but they're the building blocks of your new story. And as you're making these changes, as you're transforming yourself, remember this: consistency is key. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about making small positive choices consistently over time. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work, even when you can't see the results yet. It's about staying committed to your dreams, even when the path forward isn't clear. Because here's the truth. Success is not about intensity. It's about consistency. It's not about making one perfect decision. It's about making good decisions day after day, week after week, month after month. So commit to consistency. Commit to showing up for yourself every single day. Commit to taking steps towards your dreams, no matter how small, no matter how difficult. And as you're staying consistent, as you're making progress, remember to document your journey. Keep a journal, take photos, record videos. These will serve as reminders of how far you've come when the going gets tough. They'll also serve as inspiration for others, because there's something else to remember. Your story isn't just for you. Your journey of transformation, your process of proving them wrong, it has the power to inspire countless others. There are people out there right now who are facing the same doubts, the same fears, the same challenges that you're facing. And when they see you overcome, when they see you succeed, it gives them hope. It shows them what's possible. It inspires them to start changing their own stories. So don't be afraid to share your journey. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable, to show your struggles as well as your successes. Because it's in those moments of vulnerability that others will connect with you most deeply. It's in those moments that your story becomes a beacon of hope for others. Now let's talk about vision. Changing your story requires more than just hard work and determination. It requires a clear vision of where you want to go. It requires a vivid picture of the future you want to create. Your vision is like a magnet pulling you towards your dreams. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning when you're tired. It's what keeps you going when things get tough. It's what helps you make decisions aligned with your goals. So I want you to take some time to really clarify your vision. What does success look like for you? What kind of life do you want to create? What impact do you want to have on the world? Be specific. Don't just say you want to be successful. Define what success means to you. Don't just say you want to make a difference. Describe exactly how you want to impact others' lives. And here's the key. Make your vision so compelling, so exciting that it pulls you forward. Make it so vivid that you can almost taste it, almost touch it. Because when your vision is that clear, that compelling, it becomes a powerful force in your life. It becomes the fuel that drives you forward when motivation is low. It becomes the guide that helps you make decisions when the path isn't clear. It becomes the standard against which you measure your progress. But remember, a vision without action is just a daydream. So once you have this clear vision, it's time to create a plan. It's time to break down that big, audacious goal into smaller, manageable steps. Think about what you need to do this year, this month, this week, today to move closer to your vision. Create a roadmap that will take you from where you are now to where you want to be. And as you're creating this plan, be prepared for detours. Be ready for unexpected challenges. Because here's the truth. The path to success is rarely a straight line. It's filled with twists and turns, ups and downs. But that's okay. That's part of the journey. That's what makes your story interesting. That's what makes your eventual success so sweet. So embrace the challenges. Welcome the obstacles. See them not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow, to learn, to become stronger. Because here's something else to remember. The size of your success is determined by the size of your challenges. The bigger, the obstacles you overcome, the greater your achievement will be. So don't shy away from big challenges. Don't run from difficult situations. Instead, rise to meet them. See them as opportunities to prove yourself, to prove them wrong. And as you're facing these challenges, as you're working towards your vision, remember the power of focus. In today's world, there are countless distractions vying for your attention. There are endless opportunities that might seem appealing in the moment, but success requires focus. It requires the ability to say no to good things so you can say yes to great things. It requires the discipline to stay committed to your vision even when other opportunities arise. So guard your focus fiercely, protect your time and energy, invest them wisely in the activities that will move you closer to your goals. Because your time and energy are your most valuable resources. How you use them will determine the story you write. Now let's talk about the power of belief. Changing your story, proving them wrong, it all starts with belief. Belief in yourself, belief in your dreams, belief in your ability to overcome any obstacle. You see, belief is like the foundation of a house. Everything else is built on top of it. Your actions, your perseverance, your success. They all stem from your beliefs. If you believe you can do something, you'll find a way to do it. If you believe it's impossible, you'll find reasons why you can't. Your beliefs shape your reality. So I want you to examine your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about your potential? What do you believe about your ability to change your story? If you find beliefs that are holding you back, it's time to change them. It's time to adopt new, empowering beliefs that will support your journey. Believe that you're capable of greatness. Believe that you have unlimited potential. Believe that you can overcome any obstacle. Believe that you can prove them wrong. And here's the beautiful thing about beliefs. They can be changed. They're not set in stone. You have the power to choose your beliefs. You have the power to adopt beliefs that will propel you forward rather than hold you back. So choose wisely. Choose beliefs that empower you. Choose beliefs that support your vision. Choose beliefs that will help you write an incredible new story. And as you're developing these new beliefs, as you're changing your story, remember the power of gratitude. It might seem counterintuitive when you're focused on changing your circumstances, but gratitude is a powerful force in creating success. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It changes your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It opens your eyes to the opportunities and resources that are already available to you. So practice gratitude daily. Be thankful for where you are, even as you're working to get where you want to be. Be grateful for the challenges, for they are making you stronger. Be grateful for the doubters, for they are fueling your determination. Because here's the truth. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. When you approach life with gratitude, you open yourself up to even more blessings. You attract more positivity, more opportunities, more success. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. Your story is still being written. No matter what has happened in your past, no matter what others have said about you, you have the power to change the narrative starting right now. Your past does not define your future. Your current circumstances do not determine your destiny. You are the author of your life, and you have the power to write whatever story you choose. So pick up that pen. Start writing. Create a story so inspiring, so amazing that it silences every doubter. Create a life so fulfilling, so impactful, that it becomes living proof of what's possible when you believe in yourself. Remember, the world needs your story. The world needs your gifts, your talents, your unique perspective. Don't rob the world of your greatness by playing small. Don't let the opinions of others hold you back from fulfilling your potential. You have greatness inside you. You have the power to change lives, to make a difference, to leave a lasting impact on this world. But that greatness can only emerge when you decide to change your story, when you commit to proving them wrong. So I challenge you today, take that first step, make that decision. Commit to changing your story. Commit to proving them wrong, not for revenge, not for validation, but for the fulfillment of your own potential, but for the impact you can have on the world. Because when you change your story, you don't just change your life, you change the lives of everyone around you. You become an example of what's possible. You become a beacon of hope for others who are still struggling to believe in themselves. Your success becomes a testament to the power of perseverance, the power of belief, the power of refusing to give up on your dreams. Your story becomes an inspiration that echoes through generations. So go out there and write a new chapter. Go out there and prove them wrong. Go out there and show the world what you're truly capable of. Your new story starts now. The pen is in your hand. What will you write? Remember, you are more than your past. You are more than what others say about you. You are more than your circumstances. You are a child of the highest, created for greatness, destined for impact. It's time to rise up. It's time to step into your destiny. It's time to change your story and prove them wrong. The world is waiting for your greatness. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Your time is now. Your moment is here. Seize it with both hands and don't let go. Write a story so amazing that it leaves the world in awe. Write a story so inspiring that it changes lives for generations to come. You can do it. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself. It's time to change your story. It's time to prove them wrong. Your new chapter begins right here, right now. Let's write it together.